So many people have been asking for another vanilla only no mod traffic fix, and that is what we're doing today. The only mods I'm using are ones that make one, the picture look better, the game look better, and two, help me to build roundabouts quicker. That's it. You could do everything else by hand on console, on PC, no mods. Let's go. Hello everybody, my name is Biffa, and here we have the City of Shadowplex, sent in by Alex Fogarty. This is a pretty large city, as we've mentioned, nearly 300,000 people. Everything you see me doing to solve any traffic issues, you can do on the vanilla base game on your PC, or maybe on your console. So let's just take a look around this city. You mentioned here this junction in the middle that you wanted it replaced because it's a mess, and that's your words. But you know, let's have a look at this. But look, it is moving smoothly. So even though that doesn't look like the prettiest thing, you know, you're not going to look on the workshop and find that as a downloadable asset. I would just leave that as it is. What is more of a mess is this guy over here is obviously not drunk enough of his tea, and he's decided to bring the boat right up there into the dock. I mean, what the heck is he doing? I'm fixing traffic, and that to me is working. It's working. So you got a little bit of slow down here with a little bit of lane switching. I mean, just in case that starts to back up. Let's go into here. What I'm going to do as well is every time I go into a menu, I'm going to click this button. So without that button on, let me just see. Like, I'm using a mod to make this bigger, but that's not changed anything in the game. So all of these assets are assets that I have in my game. If I click that button there, that is it. We have now vanilla assets. I'm using all the DLC, but that is vanilla assets in the game. So we do have a normal 3-lane highway and a 4-lane highway. So I am going to just upgrade that there. And maybe one more back. Just so, hopefully, yeah, there we go. We've now got a dedicated turning lane for this. And the other 3 will automatically go on, but we don't have traffic manager, so I can't do lane switching and stuff like that. We're going to have to just let the game deal with that. This is moving. Okay, so we're going to leave that. All right, the traffic in your city is 69%. It was actually 68%. Let us have a look around. The tools that we have at our disposal are the traffic routes tools and the junctions on here. So people coming onto the roundabout, we don't have give way, but we have stop signs. So that is like the next best thing. I'm just going to add those on. So they will stop there and then they will go on and move around. I would like to turn parking off of here, but unfortunately we can't do that. And I don't necessarily... Parking doesn't make any difference. As you can see, look, a truck will come round in the outside lane. And even though there's parked cars there... I mean, yeah, I suppose you've got that issue where they're going to stop and park, which slows things down. But, all right, so let's have a look around. We've got lots of things like this, which are pretty busy. Okay, so we've got this little bridge going over here, and we've got the traffic sort of backing up a lot. What's happening here? Yeah, they're coming down here and stopping at this junction, which is meaning all of these guys are backing up this way. So could we do something with that junction? Let's go to the traffic routes tool and just see what options we've got here. At the moment, we have traffic lights. Now, if you look at all the other traffic coming, there really isn't much traffic here at all. I would maybe put a stop sign there just to stop the cars coming up. Now, this road here, I would call that a much busier road coming in and out of this area. So I would definitely put a roundabout in here. Now, like I said, I'm using the roundabout builder mod. You, of course, can build a roundabout by hand. I'm only using this to speed up the time it takes me to make this roundabout. So I'm going to put a highway-based roundabout in there. But what we can do, again, is use the standard vanilla tools, this one here, and say when you're coming on, you can stop. 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 And then hopefully... that will just ease the traffic here. I mean, this has already stopped backing up here already. Look at that. And this junction is getting a little bit hawky-balky. So maybe here instead. Okay, there we go. I thought we'd use this road up here that you already had this little section. I thought, well, let's add that in and join it up to here. So they've got a second way to come in and out. So not all the traffic's going around this roundabout. And then I've got this little slip lane here that takes you up to this direction. So a lot of the traffic that went up and around is skipping that section. Still a lot of traffic coming in, but I think that's just the way it's going to be, because you've got this. I mean, I don't think I've even shown you all the tunnels that are in this city. So many road tunnels underneath the ground. I mean, I'm not going to be touching all of those, but yeah, you've got tunnels everywhere. But yeah, that's the way it is. So that's helped that little area a bit. It's still busy. And then if we follow this road up, so that's the area we're just looking at. If we follow that along, we get to a junction like this, which is just absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. You've got this big underground tunnel coming in here, which is backing up. So is that backing up all the way here? Yeah, look at that. Wow, that is just going to keep on backing up all the way up there. And then these two, these sides. So what have we got going on? This just has to be a roundabout. I know people go, oh, roundabouts all the time. But without roundabouts, big junctions like this just snarl up. And in the base game with vanilla only, there's not a huge amount you can do. I mean, if you have a look here, you've got that. I would put a stop sign on that one to keep this main road flowing. But yeah, these coming in here, they're just hitting this and going bleh. So let me just stick a roundabout in here. Okay, so once you've got your roundabout in, I would just give it some breathing space as well. Delete a building or two back from each corner here. There we go. These ones are going to go. Let's give them a helping hand. There we go. That's just a park there, so that should be fine. Just, you know, allow cars not to stop right here and to keep moving. Now, let's just have a quick look what's gone on here with the junctions. Right, so the ones coming on, I am going to put to stop on this one. And then we just need to let this breathe a bit, to let it breathe a bit, let it run a bit to get it to go. And also we're going to want to allow people to cross over. There we go, something like that, just so that people can cross from one side to the other. I've hooked it up to these roads over here as well. And I've just hooked it up to this road. So lots more walking going on. Now, what we're finding, if we use that traffic tool again to take a look at the roads to see where people are going, a lot of these, which are they? Private cars are coming down here, going around the roundabout and going back again, which is a bit odd. And I thought you must have some one-way roads somewhere. And you do. This section up here, you've done one-way roads going through there, but then your main connecting road at the bottom is also one-way, and your main connecting road at the top is also one-way. If you're going to do like a one-way system like this, you want the outside roads to be two-way, and then people can choose which way they're going to go. So I'm just going to change this top road here back to this two-way one. By the way, look at this section over here. No traffic at all anymore. It takes a while. Without Traffic Manager, it does take a while. And this is the game running on 3 speed, believe it or not, because there's nearly 300,000 people. It's moving much smoother. Things are rolling round. There we go. Look, the traffic's only backing up to here, which is fine. And this way, I mean, it's backing up a little bit more, but it's not too bad. What are we up to traffic-wise? 68%, so I've not made anything worse. That's good. And finally, just to really get this moving smoothly, I mean, look at all of that. I put in a one-way road here going into this section, so it's stopping all of these guys coming down to this one roundabout. They'll now they'll go up to the highway, they'll come down here, they'll come through there, and that infrastructure is set up much better to handle all of that. And look at that. Couple of minutes later. So it's taken a lot more work to set this up without using mods, but it is working absolutely fantastic. Let's find another place to fix up. Right, we've got another spot here that's backing up with the old traffic. If we have a look at this, and you seem to have, I mean, it's hard to tell what that is. 3 lanes coming into 3 lanes, going into all of this, and then this is sort of chock-a-block up here. Let us see what we can do with this little area. So junction-wise, you've got traffic lights. We'll leave it like that for now because there is a lot of traffic here. This is traffic lights down here on a little small junction. We don't need that. So these cars are coming up. Some are joining this road here, and then everyone else is joining this. So I'm just wondering whether this is necessary, this little connection, because it's just bringing too many cars in from the other side. And you've already got this road that crosses over. Where does that come from? That is just part of your huge underground network from... What? From where? The other side of the city. You just don't need stuff like that if you've got your above ground network working properly. But it's causing this issue here. So we're going to take that out. Give these guys a chance. There we go. Look, to keep moving. So instantly. And then this is going to flow into here. And it's going to hit this traffic light. I mean, I'm half tempted to stick a roundabout in here. But let's just see if we can take out the traffic lights. And just while we're waiting for that to clear up here you've got a little bit of hawky-balkiness going on. So let's just take a look at this. You've got all these lanes going down into one lane, which is causing some confusion over there. So let us grab this single lane and upgrade that, or downgrade that, I should say. So you've got 3 lanes going into 2 lanes, and you've also got this here, which is sort of causing confusion as people pull on. I am going to change that one there to 4 lanes. Yes, I am using the Anarchy mod to do that. If you wanted to spend the time to rebuild this road and rebuild that road so it all got together, that's up to you. But like I said, I'm using quality of life mods to give me some time. And this road under here, I mean, as always, you don't need massive 3-lane highways underground if you're going to do that. This one here could quite easily just be something like that, which then makes it much easier when you're joining up here, because not everybody starts going mad. And then I'm also going to remove that from there. And we're going to get them to join down here a bit, just to give everybody a chance to filter in. And then we're going to just upgrade this to 4-lane along here. There we go. So everyone's got a chance to filter in. Let's turn that back to 3-lane. This section here could do with being less lanes. Let's just have a look. Where does that come from here? Yes, that's got to be 3, then it's got to be 4. Yeah, so let's just let that run for a bit. And then over here where these cars come out, you've got 3 lanes going into 3 lanes with an extra lane coming through. Let's just upgrade that to 4 just to let people get through. This is now, look, spread out much, much better. On here, again, I would stick in a... Let's just stop it going into whiteness mode. There we go. Do that so we've got the lanes splitting off. Does that need to be 3 lanes coming off there? That's going all the way around to there. No, it doesn't. So that can just be 1 lane going round. Don't think because you're coming off a highway, it's got to be a highway road. It hasn't. And this one here doesn't have to be a highway road. Look, slip lane, slip lane. That's going to merge much, much better under there and just keep everything moving. So, where were we? We were looking at this junction. Look at that. Much better. Much better, much better, much better, much better. And then we've got this issue back here where these guys are all coming off to join up onto here. Yeah, another example here. This road you've got coming off over the top. You've got 3-lane highway. It does not need to be 3-lane highway. I mean, you might want to change a bit of it into 2-lane highway just so it can, you've got a straight on and a split off there, so we'll do that. And then this bit here can go back to 1 lane again. It just makes things so much easier. Okay, let's go 2-lane actually, just to give them the option of going left or right. That's fine. So this bit here, I'm just wondering whether we could maybe just change where they're joining. So if they're coming from there, they're coming from here. Could we get them to join in here instead? Okay, after a lot of fiddling around, I've managed to get this area moving. So I did put a roundabout in there just because this is a major motorway junction coming off of here. And they were all hitting the... Oh, yeah, it was just a bit of a nightmare. So we've got a roundabout in there. This is not backing up here anymore. This has all been upgraded to 4-lane highway pretty much all the way through here. This over here... I mean, you've got your massive big road coming into this thing. What is going on? I mean, there's no cars on it, so do you know what? I'm not even going to touch it. Okay, again, you've got another example here of overuse of 3-lane roads or big roads. Look, this is a slip lane coming off of here, joining this highway. You don't need this massive big lane road thing here. And also, that is a terrible, terrible joining of this road over here. So let's give these guys half a fighting chance. There we go, that's a bit better. Give them a bit of a run on to help them. And then as before, we are going to upgrade that to 4-lane. That should just be enough, just to get those guys to run on. There we go. And what's this going on here? You've got it just makes me laugh. So they can come up here, join that, go around, go in there, and then come back and go each way. All right, I can see what you're doing. I can see what you're doing. Oh, traffic at 71%. That is what we like to see. Let's just take a look at this junction here, what's going on. Let's get rid of those traffic lights. Because a little tiny junction like that, I don't think we need to worry too much about traffic lights. And junctions like this, I mean, you could put a stop sign there if you want to for the small roads that are coming on. But again, keep your main highway that's running through moving smoothly. I think that's what you need to do. You've got too many of these around. Look, again, take that off. I mean, I wouldn't even bother with traffic lights on that one. It's so small, it's not busy, people will give way to each other. So let's find another really good hotspot that we can deal with. This is looking pretty red around here. Oh, wow. I'm just trying to get my brain around what's going on here. So you've got this junction here, you've got a road. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Got this road coming up, going underneath, joining up here, going into this highway tangle. You've got this road coming out and splitting to go up there, down here to the other side. I'm assuming that splits and joins there. Yeah, and goes underneath to join to this side. And then that one also splits. So I can see what you're doing. You're trying to get all your traffic to get around to all the different places as much as possible. But then that's included 1,000 little slip roads as well. And all of this, I mean, you've got all these other road connections. I don't think you need to make it that complicated. So I'm going to do, and then you've got this underground tunnel that decides to join the fray as well. Let's just see if we can tidy up this roadway tangle. Right, there we go. We've removed all of these tunnels and things that were going underneath. I'm actually going to remove this as well because we've got one highway coming in here, one coming in there, and one coming in there. I think we can do much better than all of this. Okay, there we go. We've got lots of space to work with in here. So let's just take a look at the intersections that the game gives us. We've only got like the 3 basic ones. I mean, something like this, if we could fit it in, would probably work okay, because then the 4th exit down here would just connect up to this area. And we probably just need to make a little bit more space over here. I mean, I haven't deleted any businesses or anything yet, so I'm trying to just keep all that as it is. Oh, man, look. With all this work, I've got to delete this one business. Who is it? Who is it? What's his name? The Applegate residents. I'm so sorry. You're going to be deleted. I feel absolutely terrible. How am I going to live with myself? You're gone. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go with something like that. Now, I know these built-in cloverleaf intersections are not the best, but we're trying to keep it as vanilla as possible. But if I did use any others, they would have just used vanilla roads anyway. But I want to just see how this runs, just connecting it up like that. Well, there we go. As usual, a few minutes later, things have cleared up a lot. I've just had to upgrade some of these to 4-lane roads. The usual, where you've got lanes coming off, where you've got lanes coming on. And it just takes a few minutes for the game to start kicking in and thinking what's going on. We are getting a lot of people coming down here and going straight through there. I don't think I'm happy at having that crossroad through there. I'd rather just send everybody round. I'm going to just delete that there and make that this road. I'm going to say you can go in and out of there if you wish. If that causes any more problems, I'll just remove that altogether. But this is one way now, going all the way round. Let me show you. All the way round, all the way round. All the way around, all the way up to the top, all the way down here, and then back onto the highway. So we just don't need that roundabout anymore. Okay, and then finally what I'm doing is just making sure people can't cut through different places. So like this one here. Actually, I need to make that 2-way. Is that going to cause a problem? Come on, let me upgrade that road there. There we go. So they have to come in. They have to go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. All the cars have to go around the outside. And I want a remix of that now. You all know what that is. And that's probably put a traffic light there for me. I might just slightly change this. But you've got to be careful, because I made this one way in and one way out for this section. To suddenly people cut off this entire corner. And then they come in there, come out there, and cut through here. And it just loses the way everything needs to work. But yeah, we don't want a traffic light there. As you can see... There we go, a stop light. We're going to put a stop sign if people coming in and out of here. That's fine. We want this to flow straight off the highway and not stop. So also, here's the highway, and here's the industry we've been working on. This side of your highway, you've got, what you've sort of done is you've got your highway coming in and going out, which is fine. And then when it comes in this way, it just hits your city. You don't have a highway connection running through here. You do have a highway there, and you've got highway roads. So what I'm thinking is, let's just pause a sec. This section through the middle here desperately, desperately needs a highway connection from here to here. Because all of this traffic comes up here and then just hits normal road systems all the way through. So it is going to mean losing a few businesses through there. but it's going to be much better when it's done, believe me. Okay, so we've got the highway connection along the top. Let's just run the game quickly just to see what's going to disappear. Excellent. And then we need some sort of junction down here. Right, it took a bit of finagling to get that in there, but now we have a highway connection from this, whatever that is, through here down to this, whatever that is. Oh, you've got like a road here. I've not connected. My bad. There was so many weird roads going on. I don't know what's happening. Have we connected everything else? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, I shouldn't laugh at these junctions because you've done more than what I would ever do. You've taken the need for junctions and you've built them yourself, which is great because I don't do that. I always use pre-built junctions, which makes things a bit hard. You've got a weird sort of road in the middle there. Let's just change that to that. But yeah, you want to definitely use some lane management in these and have a look and sort of say, look, if I've got 3 lanes coming off going into 2 lanes, I want to sort of get that all to add up. But anyway, that's moving okay. It's busy. So we can see lots of people are wanting to come off and go, where are they going? Let's have a look. I mean, I'm just looking at this here, and any cars that want to go straight on, they've got to sort of split and merge and go back on, and it's causing all sorts of hoo-ha. And what I have done over here is I've upgraded these to 4 lanes, so they've got a slip lane if they wish to come off. Okay, there we go. So we've got another one of these in the middle there, and what I'm doing is having the 3 lanes of the highway in and out going into a 6-lane road and then just splitting that off. So they have to go in this way, which you had a 1-way road there anyway, and then they can come on that way. We'll do the same over here. So I'm going to put that, and you can go out. Excellent. And then we'll just connect this bit up over here. And look, this is getting much better over here. It's all moving smoothly. That is what we want to see. That is what we want to see. So let's just give this a minute to think about what it's doing. We're getting there. 73. Did you see that? 72%. It's flowing better. It's flowing better. What I do find without Traffic Manager, which is interesting, if you change a road, there we go, 73%, or do anything to do with the road, it takes ages for the vanilla AI to catch up with what's going on. With Traffic Manager, it just seems to be a bit snappier with, oh yeah, something's different. We'll change what we're doing now, which I'm sure is there's a reason behind that to do with the way Traffic Manager is made. But I've got another little slip lane down here. Like, as you can see, all of this here, this used to look like this with it all being blocked up. But after a while, once all these go through, things will move a lot better. But yeah, just put a little slip lane there, help cars get into this section. And it seems like a lot of them want to come off and go over there. Quite often when I'm doing these city fixes, I get asked how many hours I put into some of these fixes. I mean, this one I started just before my lunch break. So that was, oh my goodness, like 4.5 hours ago. And I've been tinkering away ever since. And then sometimes when I'm doing something, look, this is clearing up now, I sort of get in the zone and I start making a load of changes, which I don't record. And the reason I don't record absolutely everything is because sometimes I'm doing stuff in a city that I know I'm going to end up with 4 hours of footage, and I'm just going to have to like delete it all out later and edit it out because you want a video that's 21 minutes, 28 minutes long, something like that. And if I showed you 4.5 hours of city fixing, it'd be nuts. But anyway, what I've just done, this was all backing up coming off of here, going around there. And it's this coming off of here which was slowing it all down. And if we followed it along, this was a straight 4-way junction. So I've just put a little highway in like the one we did earlier. So thinking from an editing point of view, you've seen me put one of these together. So I've done the same as what I've done there with the walking paths. And that's going a bit better. And then when they come off of here, I've just put this 1-way road in, which I seem to have only done there, but not there. There we go. So this flows straight out, and should just head out into this system here. I'm going to do that 1-way. Do you know what? We've got this. You've got that too. Oh, this is that road that I put 2 ways on, wasn't it? Earlier on. Let's not make this all 1-way all the way around. Let's just turn that. Come on. Back to 2-way. There we go. So that can start heading out where it needs to go. And that just keeps, straight away, keeps this moving, which keeps that moving, which keeps this moving, which keeps all of that moving, which means they're not backing up on the highway. Hooray! And what are we up to? 74. Did you see it? Back down to 73. 73, 74. I mean, if I can get to 75% on this city, I would be really, really happy with that. I don't think we're ever going to get to 80. It's just completely chock-a-block. But if there's one little area left that we can just say we can do a good job on it, I think we could make a big difference. So let's just find one more little area. All right, I found it. This is it. This is what we're going to fix. Is this the junction at the beginning? No, this is some weird other junction. I don't know what is going on here. But this is backing up a lot. We've got... Is that something that isn't connected to something? Oh, a police station with no road access. All right, let's just put you all the way down here out of the way. There we go. Just so we don't get confused as what's going on. Right. Okay. So we've got a lot of stuff. Why you've got so much stuff? I think you've gone through and upgraded roads and not noticed that stuff doesn't have road access. That's why we're getting that sort of error. But anyway... We've got a lot of stuff going on here, and we've got a lot of tunnels going from one side to the other and stretching out across the highway, and we are definitely going to fix this little area here. And you know what this needs? I just hate to say it, but when you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roads all coming into one area, you just can't keep it like that. It just needs, all together now, a roundabout. And another little tip, when you've got roundabouts or junctions, don't have your stops for your buses right by the junctions. I'm going to just move all those up a bit like that. I mean, that's still close to this junction, but it's in between. It just gives people running. Oh, we got to move, we got to run. It just gives the traffic a chance to come off the highway and keep moving and just not get stuck right behind a bus. So that is another little tip for you. And I think apart from that, this is now moving much, much better. Look at that. And what are we up to traffic-wise? 74%, 75%. Shakes fists in air in jubilation. We've done it. I've spent all day on this. So I'm going to say thank you very much for sending it in. If you want me to fix your city, check out the pin post below. If you want to know what mods I'm using, I have a top 10 mods video on my channel. I also have a list of all the mods and assets I use on my Discord. So go and check that out. It's in a pin post. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very soon for the next one. Oh my goodness, I need to lie down. I need a cup of tea. Take care. Bye-bye.